When I was a kid, I used to always ask my mom this one question. Mom, is there anything in this world that I don't know? And she would look at me and smile like she was reminiscing about what it meant to be a little girl again, lean over and whisper into my ear, baby, you know everything. My mom grew up without a father. My dad grew up afraid of his father. Both of them promised themselves that they would always be there for us like the grace of God. I made the same promise that I would rock them into eternity when my mom joked about being afraid to get put into a convalescent home. I'm the oldest of two brothers. One 25, the other one 24. My middle brother and I are only 11 months apart, so everyone teases my dad about not even being able to give my mom a water break before he was back at it again for another one. We secretly love hearing his broken record response. Boys, that's how much I love your mama. Mom reminds us that my brother Jonathan and I would be more than 11 months apart if he wasn't born 3 months premature. She tells us that seeing his little black body hooked up to a breathing machine, almost losing him before he had a chance, taught us how to pray. A friend once told me, if someone has a gun pointed to you, but you start reciting random facts about yourself, they are less likely to pull the trigger. I remember growing up when Britney Spears, Blink-182, and NSYNC ruled the world, when there was no such thing as Pokemon Go because people actually bought and traded real Pokemon cards just to get to the holographics, when everyone wanted to fight like Goku from Dragon Ball Z, explore their backyards like Tommy from the Rugrats, watch the Cosby Show reruns on Nick at Night before Bill failed black people. Yeah, I said it because that cut me deep, like the emotional dad scene on Fresh Prince when we all watch Will's father walk out of the room. Will calls out to his father's ghost, "Why doesn't he want me, man?" And everything pauses until Uncle Phil grabs him in silence, and the little kid in all of us that secretly want to be seen by our fathers, like the most loudest love isn't always the deepest. A friend once told me, if someone has a gun pointed to you and you start reciting random facts about yourself, less likely to pull the trigger. I've always had an Airbnb type relationship with my body. Felt like it was mine, but someone else was paying to be here. Never felt tall enough, never felt big enough, never known a face without acne scars. I'm gonna be 27 this month, and all I want is one picture where I can't connect the dots. My ex-girlfriend and I used to do this thing where we place our hands over each other's hearts and say 10, 10. 10 on the inside, 10 on the outside. I'm still learning how to love myself 10 instead of giving the wrong woman a love I'm too afraid to give myself. I don't know when I became an expert at handing out invitations to a haunted house. And honestly, I still miss my ex. Don't know why 2 years later I still can't shake the fact that I feel like she's the only one that's ever really known me. Wonder if I missed her because being fully known is addiction, or if I'll always have to live with the fact that I let love walk away. A friend once told me, if someone has a gun pointed to you and you start reciting random facts about yourself, then they are less likely to pull the trigger. And I can't help but wonder, what if telling our stories has the ability to stop bullets in midair, like Neo did in this Matrix, where the mass media always seeks to tarnish the image of a people group just before genocide? Because if a people can't be seen clearly, who will notice when they're gone? This is not a bedtime story. This is a wake-up call for you to tell your stories, because it's always been about who chooses to share them, and our ability to insert humanity back into a photograph, into a news clipping, into an article explaining exactly why our lives matter through the veins of an old church mother's hands, through the throat of Sam Cooke, through the 9 who were killed in South Carolina while they were praying, sharing their stories with God. Think about why I used to ask my mom, is there anything in this world that I don't know? I was asking her to begin a story about this world so that ultimately I could see myself